Welcome back to My Car's Shop. Today we're back out here working on the 26 Oakland. Dad will be here in a little while and we're going to continue working on the wheels. We've got a couple surprises to share with you about this car, and well, just watch the show intro. I don't know why we just don't do the show intro and then let you see what's going to happen.
Working out of a 100-year-old refurbished barn, bringing 35 years of experience to projects considered beyond repair. Vision, creativity, and problem solving are essential tools in this place. Watch as we transform junk into polished metal miracles. This is My Car's Shop.
There's lots of parts coming for the car. The oil pan should be here at any day. We got a couple other things that showed up. We'll just wait to reveal to you in a little bit here after Dad gets here. But our main objective today is to finish sanding the two wheels. Maybe we can get some stain on those, the ones that we have off. I want to get the rims, the steel rims, cleaned up and get those ready to paint. So there's a lot of stuff going to be happening here on the Oakland today. So let's just get into it. Just do it. So I want to take my wire wheel and do this part of the rim, and of course do this part of the rim, and get all of this crap and scale and rust and grime cleaned up and get this ready to shoot with some type of silver paint of some kind. I'm not sure what we're going to do on it yet. Probably just a basic argent silver. And so we got 2 of these to do right away, and ultimately 5 of them to do. And yeah, so just get it done. It's a little windier out today than I would prefer. Not quite as warm, so we're going to have the heat on. But in the interest of cleanliness, I think I need to get that big red bubble butt out of here. I don't want to get that filthy. I don't mind a little shop dust, but this is going to be significant. So got to move some cars around, make room in the shop. That'll open up the center of the shop to be able to work and get away from here as well. So anyway, got to move those cars out and get after that. So you can kind of see what we're dealing with here. I've got this all cleaned up almost halfway around, but it's really rusty and scaly, and we got to get, it doesn't have to be perfect, we'll just rust treat it, but we got to get the sharp stuff out so that we don't poke holes in the tubes. So we'll coat this really good and heavy. First we'll just put rust conditioner on it, but then we'll coat it good and heavy with probably just a good heavy Rust-Oleum type of paint, and that should work. Then those rubber rim liners will go around there and help protect it as well. But we've got to really, like I said, make sure that we've got all of that sharp stuff out of there. So it's lather, rinse, and repeat when it comes to this stuff. One of the viewers on the channel had a discussion with last week via Facebook Messenger, and he made a comparison on our channel that I think is very appropriate. Becky and I talked about it quite a bit, and I also talked with Mark about it. He said that whether this old house of the automotive restoration channels. And I think that's very appropriate for what we do, because again, as we've said before, what sets us apart as a channel is probably also one of the things that keeps people from wanting to be here. But you know, the nearly 500 of you that are here now, and more growing every day, you like the details. That's why you're here. You want to see what it takes, and I think that's important. I know that we have a lot of non-automotive people who are interested but who don't necessarily work on cars, and they appreciate the detail of what it takes and the time it takes to do this. There's no fast way to restore a car. There are faster ways than what I do, of course. If you look at our Stitches Challenger project, we have 327 episodes on how to make a frame rail. You could buy a frame rail for $500. So yes, there's a lot more involved, but on the other hand, we're also showing what can be done without having to spend much money if you want to learn the skills and put in the time. So I really like that, and I'm really thinking about ways that we can help use that phrase, this old house of automotive restoration. So we could almost call our channel This Old Car. And that's what you appreciate about it. So we really do try to show you, first of all, it's doable if you want to put in the time. There's no fast way to restore a car. You've just got to take your time. There are multi-year projects to do one car, and of course we're doing multi-cars. I'm blessed that I do have more time than most people to do this, and then focus. You know, we do Challenger one day, we do Oakland another day, and we do other things on another day. Maybe we go back to one of these projects, but you just really have to learn to plan your work and work your plan to make it happen. And the other thing that really helps too is having process. Having system, approaching it from the perspective of systems. So right now we're working on the wheel and tire system, if you will, so that the car can roll around. Because once the engine is motivating, our plan is hopefully to putz it around the yard a little bit and see if we can get the clutch to break loose. So we're a ways away from that yet, but well, we're moving towards that. And in order to make that happen, well, we can't do more on the engine. We're focused on the wheels right now to get it back on its wheels and tires so that the car actually can roll around on its own. Okay, we're pretty well done using the Finger Shredder 6000 here, and I just wanted to comment on this tool. It's a little bit less expensive model than the Cheek Poker 5000 that somebody uses on another channel, but it's still a very effective tool for what we need here. So the next thing I need to do now, I'll probably need to use that Finger Shredder 6000 again, but I want to take a hammer and just go around and chip out some of these pieces of rust that didn't break loose. The outside of the wheel is getting close. There's some detail work to be done. The objective here on this is, remember, we're doing a preservation on this car, not a restoration. However, these wheels were really rusty, and I feel like since we're here, we're doing the wood preservation anyway, I want to go ahead and make the wheels pop. And the cool thing about a preservation on a car like this is your wheels and tires really offset the car. So while we're not going to be doing much body work to the car as we move forward at this stage in the project, we're going to do some preservation treatments on that to stop some of the rust that's happening and take that original paint, even though it's peeling and so forth, and really make the patina of that paint job that is. It's not the original paint job on the car, but what my grandfather, not my great-grandfather, but whatever my grandfather did to that car, we're going to try to preserve the patina of that as much as possible, at least for this stage of this car. And down the road, we may do a full restoration. But right now, we just want to make it look really, really sharp and have some good eye candy to it. And so having wheels and tires that really, really look good are really help offset that and make the car look incredible. That's the only word for it, is just incredible. I can picture in my mind what it's going to look like. It's one of the episodes on this car that I can't wait to share with you, going through that preservation process and what you can do to an old car like this to make the thing just make your mouth fall open and drool. One of the things I decided to do, I have this little chip hammer. It's not really a chip hammer, it's just a little hammer that I made for for real fine body work when you want to just take down a little dent or flatten something out real gently. It's also a good hammer for using on stainless steel trim to take out small imperfections. I was going to use this on there, but I realized I have this pneumatic prick tool thing that you can use, so we will use this tool here and go over it with that, the eardrum breaker, I guess you call it. But using the air chisel here, I think we'll make that a much better way to quickly remove all of those rust scale pieces that need to come out of there, and then we'll go over it again with this finger shredder. So we got it cleaned up pretty well now, and we're just at the point here we're going to throw some rust conditioner on there. Try to neutralize that rust. While that one is sitting out in the sun drying, it'll be lather, rinse, and repeat on this one. So I think I'm going to go at it with the air chisel first and blast all that loose scale off, then hit it with the finger shredder. Figured we were going to run into that. There's one thin spot right here. You can see where the air chisel kind of bubbled it out. We may need to weld that spot, but I'll try peening it back in with a hammer and a dolly, and we'll see how much material is there once we've got that fixed. That's the only spot that did that on either of these wheels, so that's good. I got another spot over here. Nope, it's good. That's just where the clamps were. So as rusty as they are on the inside, that doesn't surprise me, but I just wanted to show you what can happen. I was being very cautious, but that one spot is a little bit thin there. So once we dolly it back, we'll see if we need to run a little weld in there or not. Like I said, I don't think we will. So you'll notice that I'm taking the small little tack hammer now and just gently tapping. So the mistake people tend to make is they get in there and they just start pounding on something really hard, and that's not the best way to do it. You want to, maybe initially like I did, but then take a small tick hammer like this and just move that metal slowly. If I was really good, which I'm not, we probably wouldn't even need to grind that. Somebody that was better at this than me would be able to tap that out and you wouldn't even see it. I'm just going to do a little bit of 40 grit by hand. Yeah, that's going to turn out nice. Yep, okay, we'll maybe go after that with the purple wheel and we'll see what that does. What I'm going to do now is take my cutoff wheel and just run along there to put that little line back in that's slightly gone where that was peened up, and we should be good to go. Go over this with a little rough grit. I would say for a wheel, that's good. If that was going to really get carried away, we could fill prime that and put that perfectly back in. But this wheel has got enough other dents and stuff on it. Our goal is not to make it perfect. Our goal is to make it look decent and in the context of the car. So yeah, it looks all right. I'm happy with it. This one's coming along really good, but I'm noticing that there's a little bit of a bend in the lip here, so I'm going to take a hammer and just peen that down a little bit, and I think we'll be ready to put some paint on, or primer on this. I don't know if you can see it right here. It kind of comes out a little bit, and that means that the bead is just down a little bit. So we'll tap that back. All right, so after some lunch and a trip to town, or one or the other, we've got some silver paint, and we're going to go ahead and get these wheels painted up silver and let them dry so they'll be ready to mount a tire on. So that's rather cool. This is just a satin nickel color, which is close to what the original color was. I think it's going to look real good. And I decided I'm just going to go ahead and paint them inside and outside so they're all that color. This will help seal all that up and smooth that out some before we put those rubber liners back on inside to put the tubes and the tires on. So we'll get one done here, we'll see how it looks. You'll notice that I'm putting it on out here with a fire hose, because I don't care if it runs, but I'm dusting it out here because I'm very concerned about the finish. So just to clarify that, several light coats where it's going to be visible. Inside, I really don't care because I just wanted to seal it up and help smooth it all out and keep it from rusting. We were just talking that, you said what, about 8 hours per wheel it's looking like?
About that, I think, yeah.
It's a lot of time, but it's not in the scope of the project. At least we only have to do 4 and not 5. Do you want to say hi?
Hello.
Well, that was another good day's work done. We've got the rims all painted up. Dad's got one of the wooden wheels Just about done. Needs some fine sanding, a few little scratches and stuff to get out. When he's got that one done, he'll get it to me, and then I'll go ahead and get it stained, and we'll be ready to paint the black. Once these are dry, and they're dry to the touch now, but not dry enough that I'm comfortable working with them. These arrived 2 days ago, so if you see back here, we have 5 tires. They are huge, and I second guessed when I saw them sitting outside the house that they were the right size. Thought they sent us the wrong stuff, but nope, they're the right wheels. So they're 550 by 20. The ones that were on it were a 500 by 20. But the original, the Oakland, had 525 or 550s. I held that up in the wheel well, and it's going to look really nice. It's actually going to fill that wheel opening up just a bit more because they're just about a ½ inch bigger. So that's good. It's overall an inch taller tire because 550 would be the sidewall to the tread height. I do believe that's correct, or is that the width? While we were working today, Wayne called and said he's got the oil pan ready to go. We are going to end up having to put screens in it. The one that he found that is in really good shape is missing the screens, so no big deal. We've got the screen material right here that I can get put in there, so we will have some work coming on that. That may be our next episode. If the pan shows up, he's going to ship it Monday. Hopefully it'll be here before next episode, which for you will be a week from Sunday today, but today's not Sunday, today's the day I'm filming. So, and of course we're going to be getting these tires mounted on these wheels. That's the beautiful thing is on the rims. We can put the tires on the rims even though we don't have the wheels done. So the wheels would be the structure that these go on, the wooden spokes, the hubs, the brake drum, and all of that. And then, of course, the rim that goes over that with the tire and the tube. And we got brand new tubes as well. So it's going to look really good. Like I said, we have work to do on the wheels to get them stained, and I also need to repaint the black. But this is a real nice finish. I think it's going to look really nice. Our goal, as I said, is to make the wheels pop and look really good, and then with the patina treatments we're going to do on the car, it's going to really look outstanding. I'm so excited to really go into detail and cleaning that car and doing the treatments that we do to take that old paint and give it a luster that is quite breathtaking. Unfortunately, it's not a one-time fix-as-all. It's something you have to do a couple times a year. It is a lot of work, but it is worth it. So we need to have the car out in the hot sun when we do it. That's the best way to do it, or do it and then get it out in the hot sun. Of course, the car needs a good bath, but you know, we're going to be back on track here to do engine work hopefully next week. Next week's episode, and in the meantime, thanks Dad for coming out and all your hard work. He's much better with wood than I am. He's restored wooden boats and worked on wooden boats and done a lot of woodwork. I can do the work, I've done the work, but I would prefer that his years of experience in woodworking would take care of those wheels over me. Like I said, he would just do a better job. It would still look good in the end, probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference, but he's just better at that work, and so I'm letting him handle that part of the job, and I'll continue doing what I'm good at. So teamwork, we accomplished a lot today. As again, you know, we share the details of what we're doing, so this may seem like a pretty mundane day, but we've accomplished a lot, and the reason we share this with you is so that you get a real good idea just how much work it takes to even take an old car like this 26 Oakland and put it back into condition to be able to drive it down the road again. So we don't want to be that push the magic button channel that shows you a piece of junk and here it's all done. We want to be that channel that shows you in depth. We want to be the This Old House channel of automotive restoration. Thanks Super Clean for supporting the channel and all that you do. We really appreciate you. We've got more stuff coming. Jessica and I at Super Clean were talking today, and we've got more stuff coming for you guys here on the channel that they're going to participate with us in, so we're excited about that. And we're looking for more creative ways that we can partner to bring more stuff to you guys. So if you're over on Facebook, /MyCarShop is our channel. Facebook.com /MyCarShop is our page, I should say. Pinned to the top of the page is the Show Us Your Junk thread. Go over there. Even if you don't have a Facebook account, you can still go over there to Facebook.com /MyCarShop and see what's on there. But if you're on Facebook, you can post pictures of the stuff you're doing. I know we had one fellow today posted pictures of his 69 Dart that he's doing some framework on up in this area of the car. That's exciting. We really like that. I've also started another channel over there on Facebook for fabricating and metalwork. That's not focusing on my projects, but more about techniques. I'm just getting that page started, but if you're interested, drop a comment down there and I'll make sure that you get connected to that page as well. We're on Instagram /mycarshop. We seem to be getting a lot of traction there, and that's good. More and more people seem to be paying attention to what we're doing. Once again, to everybody who's subscribed here to the channel, I really appreciate it. And I think that's going to do it for today. So wait, don't go anywhere. What are you doing? Up here. There's 144, 145, 140. There's a bunch of episodes you can watch here on the channel. So pick all episodes up here, or go over to the playlists and pick something that interests you. You can watch more on the Oakland. If there is other things you want to see, there's tons of work on stitches. I've got more coming on the 47 Ford real soon. I got some parts over here, and we're going to be doing an episode on that car hopefully within the next week or two. And tomorrow, hopefully, Lord willing and the creek don't rise, I got another car coming to the shop that you're going to want to see. So hopefully that works out and we can bring that car home tomorrow. So excited about that one. And as always, rock.